Hey everybody, thanks again for visiting the channel, Past, Present, and Future Gnosis. It's your host Gnosis once again, man. And before I get into this article, man, I just want to say I hope everybody got a good holidays, man. Happy winter solstice. I hope everything went good. If you guys catch that on the way out, happy Saturnalia, man, for all my people, man. That's all for my historians, man. You guys know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, look it up. But man, I just want to say we got to get into this story, man, with NASA, man. And you guys already know if you've been watching my channel, you already know how I feel about NASA, aka never a straight answer. But before we get into it, one more time, just say, man, this year has been going off. And we're only about like 10, by whenever this comes out, we're only like 10, 11 days in it, man. I mean, I don't get political on this channel at all, man, but damn, man, we got the Epstein documents coming out, man. You know it's election year, so you know it's gonna be crazy this year. And we got all this crazy stuff that's going around the world, man. The hatch being taken off from one of the airlines. Oh, not being taken off, but actually got sucked out when they're a flight. Look it up, man. Yo, this is crazy, man. And this is just the beginning, man. But anywho, I just want to say, oh, hold up. And before I go, man, to this article, man, and all these Florida, I love you, Florida, man. You're like the Wild Wild West right now, man. Y'all got aliens in the malls, man. I mean, like, y'all gotta see what's going on, man. That's just my 2024 is booming right now, man. But anyway, man, let's get straight to this article, man, because this NASA, you got to see this payload, man. But let's get straight into it, man. This interesting article here, man, straight out of Sky News. Peregrine Mission 1 lunar spacecraft suffers critical loss of propellant. So it seems that NASA has paid a startup of just $108 million. Dollars. It's a lot of money for 5 scientific instruments to be carried to the moon, a fraction of the cost of launching its own mission. So, from what I'm getting the point, they have this other startup company that they're actually paying because it's actually a little bit more cheaper to them, which makes sense, man. I'm not going to front them for that, though, man. But let's read a little bit into it, then, and I'll get straight to what I wanted to show you again, though. Let's get the gist of this. A spacecraft which has heading to the moon has suffered a critical loss of propellant, the company behind it said. It appears there has been a failure within the propulsion system, Astrobotic added. In the first images from space, Astrobotic said multi-layer insulation (MLI) was shown to be disrupted, and first visual clue that aligned with their data, pointing to a propulsion system anomaly. The company said that the spacecraft's battery is now fully charged, having earlier run low and experienced a communication blackout. The team had used an improvised maneuver to point Peregrine's solar array towards the sun, allowing the battery to change. But before I go on, I just want to show you like who is this like company, and I did that too. I want to look them up real quick. Said Astrobotic Technology is an American private company that is developing space robotics technology for lunar and planetary missions. It was funded in 2007 by Carnegie Mellon Professor Red Whittaker and his associates with the goal of winning the Google Lunar X Prize. The company is based in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nice. The first launch occurred on January 8th, 2024, with the payload, which I'm covering right now, carrying the company's Peregrine lunar lander on board the first flight of the Vulcan Center rocket from Florida Space Force Station LC-41. I told you, man, Florida, man, y'all the Wild Wild West, man. Things go there in Florida. But I just want to give you guys a little gist into who Astrobotic is. But let's get back into this article, man. We are using Peregrine's existing power to perform as many payload and spacecraft operations as possible, it said in the latest update on X. And if you guys know X, that's the new Twitter where Elon Musk bought out. I don't know how you guys feel about Elon, but NASA said we were working with Astrobotic to identify the root cause of this propulsion system. My bad, guys. It's early in the morning. Issue and evaluate how it affects NASA's 5 science investigation aboard the spacecraft. So cool. We got this payload, and they actually want to send it to the moon, and it's actually the one of the first times in a while since they've been doing this. But as it says here, it is intended to be the first U.S. spacecraft to land on the moon's surface since Apollo 17 in 1917, and it appeared to lift off in space as planned. So that's pretty cool, everybody. I'll give them that. Finally, we're going back there. I mean, like, it's been freaking decades since we've been over there, but I see what's the interest of them going back in there. But Astrobotic previously said Peregrine successfully separated from the rocket, but an anomaly had occurred. The propulsion problem threatened the ability of the spacecraft to soft land on the moon, it admitted, and landing had been scheduled for 23rd of February. NASA has paid Astrobotic, a space logistics startup, 108 million for five scientific instruments to be carried to the moon, a fraction of the cost of launching its own mission. Now, here's where the juicy thing gets here. So we know about this company, Astrobotic, wanting getting paid by NASA to actually bring this payload up there. But what is the payload? And you guys, this blew my mind. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Once I read this article and I was just like, oh wow, they're actually giving me the what's actually in the payload, because they like to be a little bit mysterious when it comes to certain payloads. They don't want to. Well, it's of course it's for uh, secrecy because you don't want your enemy knowing what you're doing. But I want to go straight to this, man, because this is what blew my mind. All right, let's find this right here. Controversy over human remains. Yo, y'all about to get blown out. The Peregrine mission has attracted controversy because of some of its commercial payloads. Among the remains on board are those of Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry, along with his wife and son, as well as icons from the show Nichelle Nichols, James Doan, and DeForest Kelly, who played Neota Hura, Montgomery Scott, and Dr. Leonard McCoy. Yo, and here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. I'm not even done yet. I'm gonna highlight this for you guys, man. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. The DNA of former U.S. President George Washington, Dwight Eisenhower, and John F. Kennedy are all also being transported. Hold up, hold up. You're telling me that this spacecraft that they have, that they're bringing to the moon, and we haven't been here since 1972, but they find it a big responsibility, a big uh, attraction to bring this payload up to the moon with all this stuff in it, with like the DNA of all these remains of presidents, freaking actors, even to the freaking Star Trek. I mean, like, come on, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm saying. Like, they have the DNA of former U.S. President George Washington, Dwight Eisenhower, and John F. Kennedy with some other people, man. Yo, if I can't make this up, man. I can't make this up, man. But I want to continue because they give you a little bit of explanation, somewhat of an explanation. But let's see what they have to say. The Navajo Nation of Native Americans had written to NASA demanding the launch should be delayed because there will be capsules on board containing human remains. Yo, this is wild, dude. The nation's president, Bu Nigrin, said sending cremated remains to the moon is tantamount to the discreation of this sacred space. You think? I'm with this guy a little bit, man. Eyebrows have also been raised over other commercial payloads. The delivery company DHL is launching its Moonbox program, taking mementos such as photos, novels, and even a sample of Mount Everest to the lunar surface. Astrobotic has shrugged off criticism of the mission's commercial cargo. To be leading America back to the surface of the moon is a momentous honor, said Mr. Thornton. Now, here's the thing with Mr. Thornton, man. He's trying to scare you guys away from the payloads. They're getting paid, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think this is? Of course, they're gonna turn a blind eye when NASA, one of the biggest freaking space companies out there. Well, the only one, let's say, if you want to talk about Elon's SpaceX, well, he got a contract with NASA, but come on, man, this that is an honor to be getting a contract with them. So you know they're gonna turn a blind eye, but like, yo, this is crazy, man. They got the remains of John F. Kennedy, Eisenhower, and even to some Star Trek people. I mean, like, even a commoner can raise an eyebrow like, what are we bringing all this stuff to the surface of the moon? I ain't trying to be a conspiracy theorist here now, people, but like, you watching this video, even you can be like, well, that's pretty weird. That is pretty weird. I mean, like, the million other things that we could be bringing up there, and you guys think it's cool to bring freaking samples of Mount Everest, the remains of the Star Trek the maker of the Star Trek franchise, and freaking dead president's DNA. I don't know, man. That's just weird to me. That's all I gotta say, man. I'm gonna keep an eye on this article real close, man. But that's just crazy, y'all. I don't know, man. But all I want to say before I let go, I will be following this issue, man. But more videos are on the way, man. I know. I just dropped a video with me and my board, man, talking about meditation. We talked about breath work, man. It was one of my latest videos. You guys should really check that out, man. It was a good interview with my boy Blaze, man. Really good video, man. But just want to say more videos are coming out, man. They're on the way. Just dealing with some personal things here. I got some news for you guys too coming soon, man. But yeah, but what do you guys think about this article, man? That's just crazy, man. And I want to go back up to it, man. That was crazy right here. Like, what? That's crazy, dude. But anywho, what do you guys think about this? Let's get in the comment section. Let's talk about this, man. Did you guys hear about this? Because too much with freaking news these days, man. News is just in and out, man. In and out, man. It's really hard to just keep up with stuff, man. But that's what I'm here for, man. And about all this news, man. But I'm back, and let's get it, man. To all my people that's been with me, love you guys. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. And DNA of former U.S. president, including John F. Kennedy, man. I just can't get over that, man. But I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Cheers.